Hi and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Walcom Genesi Carbonio 360 base coat and the DV1 DVB+. So the way we're going to do this is, over the last few weeks I've sort of done a little list of bits I like about them and bits I don't like, and giving you a little synopsis at the end. This will be uploaded later on, so in the video have a look. If we talk about the DV1 first, because that's the gun I've had the longest. A lot of you guys have seen it out there. It comes with a digi gauge. You've got the adjuster around there. Those are all positives with this gun. Now, these setups are based on the way I paint, so it's not going to be for everybody. I specialize in small to medium area techniques, or SMART. So I'm working at 0.95 to 1.25 bar on the top there, and a 1.5 to 2 turns out maximum on the flow, and full fan. And that tends to be with most of them. This gun is the heaviest of the two by almost 100 grams. As you see it, it comes out at 565 grams. Sorry, that's without the adapter on it, so just the gun. 565 grams, which is quite a weight. So if we then, if I just basically touch on some of the positives about it, it's got, as I said earlier, a built-in airflow, so you've got the adjuster there to regulate the flow that comes into the gun. It lays really well. It's got a super swift atomizing cap, easy to take off, saves quite some time if you're cleaning, stripping down the guns all the time. Now, like I said to you, it's quite a weighty gun. A lot of people might like that. It does feel nice in the hand, but it is quite a weighty gun. So I'm just repeating that again. But yeah, it's nice. And I feel it has a slightly wider fan spread than the Carbonio. This is just the way I work again. You guys might find it different. It's a pick up and go gun. Like all Devilbiss guns, it's a pick up and go. And what I mean by that is it needs minimal adjusting to try and get it to spray the way you want it to spray. And the negatives on it, it doesn't come with any spares, and it doesn't come, and I'll come back to that when we talk about the Walcom, and it doesn't come with a case. It comes in a nice presentation box. And also the weight, I probably would think some people might not like. So if we go on to the main gun that we're going to be talking about today, which is probably what you want to hear, the 360 Carbonio Walcom Genesi Carbonio 360. Now this gun, as I said to you, comes in at almost 100 grams lighter, not with the A&I fitting. If you have the A&I analog, it's about 40 grams. But if you use this is the clear gun, if you use the Walcom detachable digi gauge, which is a really good piece of kit, it comes in at 473. So that's quite a bit of difference. It's a nicely balanced gun. It fits really nicely in my hand. And I've got small hands. And I think that's probably why I might favour this just slightly more than the DV1. Just the lightness of it. And the fact that it just kind of feels really nice in my hand. So that's a few of the positives on there. It lays the paint again really well. Really pleased with the finishes I've got on it. There won't be any videos on here on that, but if you want to look at my other posts, you'll see where I've been using these guns, and you'll see the finishes I've got on them. Like I said, it's great for guys or girls with small hands, or somebody who wants just that sort of lighter gun for a larger job where you don't want that weight. What's really great about it is it comes in a nice hard plastic case with loads of bits. It has a blackout pot, which is great for thinking in the future because of both of those guns with the DV1 also comes in a blackout pot as well. But thinking of the future and UV products, it has some mineral oil to keep your gun nicely clean and lubricated. Comes with 3 filters if you're going to be using the pot. I use the Norton PPS cups or the Ferrecular OPS cups. Little cleaning brush, spanner, most of them come with spanners. What's really good and tops it off is it comes with a load of spares. And so you've got pretty much, you can do, maintain your gun really well without having to go and buy anything. And then the stuff that comes with it, the little spares, that's probably going to last you quite a long time. So you're not going to need to change it over. It's a stripped down gun. What I mean by stripped down gun is really basic. What I've been told is that the products that are in there, the parts that are in there, are low maintenance parts. Now, like I said, I worked on a 1.2 nozzle with these guns, and I normally work on a fluid turn of 1.5 to 2 turns out. The fan is full. The pressure tends to be about sort of 1.25 bar on this for me. Maybe drop it down slightly on certain jobs. And on this one, it's 0.95 to, again, 1.25, but maximum 1.25 on that for me. Things I probably don't like about the two guns, just what I've touched on slightly, is a little bit heavier. And that's really it. I mean, like I said, it doesn't come with a case, but that's neither here nor there. Once you've got the gun out, you're not going to be putting it away that often. And this one, a little bit more adjustment to get it how you'd like it to work. There's not actually that many negatives about it. Oh, the only thing I have noticed, and someone else has pointed out to me, is sometimes you get some overspray on the cap itself. Just sort of almost like I'm not quite sure why, but almost backdraft or something, and you end up with some paint on the actual cap. But it's just a small thing. You just clean it off. You should be cleaning your guns down anyway, so it's neither here nor there. Probably the biggest two things between those two guns is this doesn't come with an airflow on it, airflow regulator, so you have to buy it. Whereas the DV1 comes with it built in. But these are all the sort of things that add weight to it. Apart from that is a carbon casing on it, so that's obviously going to save you loads of weight. Now, it's been difficult for me to say which one do I like the best. I don't have a preference. I can't tell you go out buy the Walcom. I can't tell you go out buy the Devilbiss, because we all spray so differently. And my workshop, I don't have a superheated booth with loads of extraction. I'm not painting big jobs. So I can only judge it on what I do, and hopefully that's going to be good enough for you. I love them both. And I already own the DV1, but I think I'm going to buy one of these and just have it as another gun there to use. Just because it works. It's a really nice gun, so I can't fault it for that reason. I can't fault it for any reason, really. So at this stage, I sort of came up to myself and I said, I asked myself a question, and I've got a little sheet here, it's on the bottom. Because 80% of my work is smart repairs, I had to say, which one of these guns suits the work that I do 80% of the time? And the honest to God answer is, I would probably say neither of them. They're, if I'm going to be painting the whole bumper or maybe down the side of the car, which I so rarely do, but either of those guns would work really well. And I'd just go pick up whichever one I felt like for that day, I felt in the mood for, because they're both really good guns. But that's 20% of my work. 80% of my work, I have to say, it's going to throw sort of spanners in the works, but it has to be the Devilbiss SRI Pro lights. These are the smart repair guns. Anyone, whether you're a newbie or an advanced guy, you can go and buy one of these guns and just pick it up and start repairing. I have two of these. I have a 1.2 setup and I have a 1mm setup. I'd say probably 75% of the time I use the 1mm, and then the 25% I might use the 1.2. I like them. They keep my repairs nice and small and under control, and they just do what I would want is from a smart repair gun. I know that's kind of messed things up for you guys, but and it's probably not what you wanted to hear. You wanted me to say, yeah, go for the Carbonio, go for the DV1, but I have to just bring it back to the core work that I do. And also the other thing I like about these, which is a bit of a shame, and I think if Walcom made a smart repair gun, so downscale this a bit, put a smaller pot on it instead of this large, what's this one, 600ml pot, I think they would be onto a winner without fail, because there's so many guys out there getting smart repairs, from little guys in vans to sort of dealerships. They're all looking at smart repairs, and I think they would be on a winner, because majority of the time, like I said, I'm only mixing sort of 50 to 60 mil of paint. That's hardly anything. That's 50 to 60 grams. And so a big pot like that, it's just going to be sloshing around in it. And you'd use it too quickly. Whereas with the SRIs, you've got the smaller pot, and I can probably paint 2 corners with 50 or 60 grams of paint. And so that, from those guns for me, have to be my go-to gun for smart repairs. And if I was going to do the bigger ones, I would choose either of those. You won't fail. You know, the price comparison, that will work out slightly less than this gun, even with the digital gauge on it. So if you're looking at budgets, you're looking at bigger guns, that's probably quite a good gun to go for. But you know, you could buy that on backing of what I've said, but it might not work for you as well as, say, you've used the DV1 or you've seen it used or tried it out. So like I said, guys, you know, these and girls, these reviews or the way I talk about stuff is based on how I use it. I'm not saying to you that gun, you go and buy it and you're going to be a miracle painter, because there's so many different variables to what will suit the way you work, the conditions you're working in, and just the gun you prefer, really. I'm just going to briefly go on to now the clear. This is totally different for me. This gun makes me smile. I love my GTI, you know, and I've used the DV1 for clear coats, and it's come out really well. They've got, and Devilbiss, as you know, there's loads of buzz about it. There's the brand new DV1 clear coming out. Hopefully I get to see that. But majority of the time, it's the Pro Light GTI, Devilbiss Pro Light GTI that I use for my base coats, for my clear coats, sorry. And I'll use either a T10 cap or a T20, and with a 1.3 nozzle, and I love it. But since I've had this, I love this gun. I just go for this gun. When I want to clear now, this is the gun. And you know, the first time I used it, I sent someone a message, and they asked me what I thought, and I sent them a message, and I just said to them, it feels effortless. And it does, and I don't know whether it's the weight. I can't quite put my finger on it, but this is on a 1.3. But it just feels effortless. You know, it's a relaxing way of spraying. You've probably seen Jordan and Gabriel using them, and the finishes they get, and there's loads of other guys, but those boys are out there all the time. And it's true. It just goes on, and you see the way Grape just sort of doing it, like he's dancing around his body shop and dancing around that paintwork. Yeah, it's a really good gun, and I can't fault it. And if you want to buy a clear and you're not too sure which to buy, I mean, this is going to work out more than the GTI, the Pro Light GTI, and that's where those guns I think win, the Devilbiss and the SRI, the Pro Lights, is because they are really, really competitively priced, and you're getting a great gun for the price. But if you want to stretch a little bit more, have a look at one of these. I don't think you'll regret it. So I'm going to post this up as well. You can sort of see and read through what I sort of picked out as issues and sort of highlighted points, and hopefully that's helped you a little bit on deciding which gun to use and have a go with. Cheers.